Dealing with an enlarged prostate after 60 can feel like an uphill battle. Restless nights, that constant urge, and the worry it brings. I get it. I've heard from so many seniors just like you who feel stuck and frustrated. But what if I told you there's just one natural juice that can help shrink your prostate fast, without harsh medicines or complicated routines? Remember, this video is carefully researched using trusted sources and advice from experienced doctors specializing in men's health. To make sure you're getting accurate and reliable information, I've included the links to the expert websites and studies I used in the description below. Stick with me if you're 60 plus and want a natural way to shrink an enlarged prostate. This video's for you. Stay tuned for one powerful juice and bonus tips. Don't forget to subscribe for more helpful health tips, and tell me in the comments, what's your biggest prostate challenge? Let's dive in. The hidden struggle of an enlarged prostate after 60. Have you noticed yourself waking up more often at night just to go to the bathroom? Maybe it's not once or twice, but 3, even 4 times, interrupting your sleep, leaving you groggy the next day, and wondering, is this normal or is something wrong? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. By the time most men reach their 60s, their prostate, that small gland just below the bladder, starts to grow. It's called benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. It's not cancer, but it can sure feel like a serious issue when it interferes with your daily life. You see, as the prostate enlarges, it squeezes the urethra, that tiny tube urine passes through, and suddenly your bladder can't fully empty, which means more trips to the bathroom, weak flow, and that frustrating feeling like you've got to go again just minutes later. And here's the thing. Many seniors think this is just a normal part of aging, something to live with quietly. But let me tell you something important. Just because it's common doesn't mean you have to suffer with it. There are natural, effective ways to support your prostate. And yes, even shrink it back to size. I remember a story from one of our viewers, David, 67 years old. He told me, "I thought it was just me getting old. I stopped going on long drives, even avoided going out at night, because I was scared of needing a restroom every 30 minutes. But once David started making a few small changes, including something as simple as what he drank each morning, things got better. His sleep improved. His confidence came back. Now, you might be wondering, can what I drink really make that much of a difference? It absolutely can, especially when it comes to shrinking an enlarged prostate. But here's a myth a lot of seniors believe, that all juice is healthy. Unfortunately, many popular juices, like orange juice or sweetened cranberry, are loaded with sugar, which fuels inflammation and actually worsens prostate symptoms. So, if most juices are making things worse, is there one that can help? Yes, and that's exactly what we're about to dive into next. Because what you drink every day could either be fueling your symptoms or helping to fix them. Let's clear something up right away. Not all juices are good for your prostate. You've probably heard juice is healthy, but many common ones like orange or cranberry juice are actually loaded with natural sugars that fuel inflammation. And inflammation, that slow, silent fire inside your body, is a major cause of prostate swelling and discomfort. Plus, as men age, hormone changes make things worse. Testosterone drops, while DHT, a hormone that directly causes prostate growth, rises. I remember Alan, 72, who was faithfully drinking cranberry juice for his prostate, but ended up waking up even more at night. Why? His juice had as much sugar as soda. The great news: there's one natural juice that not only fights inflammation, but also helps balance your hormones, working to shrink your prostate instead of making it worse. And coming up next, I'll share exactly which juice does this, plus some bonus tips to boost your results even more. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. If you're finding this helpful so far, please give the video a thumbs up and share it with a friend or family member who could benefit. Together, we're in this journey for better health. The hero juice, pomegranate juice, nature's prostate protector. Alright, let's finally reveal the juice we've been leading up to, the one that's turning heads in both natural health and medical circles. It's pomegranate juice. Now, if you've ever tasted pomegranate, you already know it's rich, tart, and a little bold, just like its benefits. But what most people don't know is how powerful it is when it comes to shrinking an enlarged prostate. So, why pomegranate? Well, this ruby red fruit is packed with antioxidants, especially a group called punicalagins. Don't worry about the name. Just know they're incredibly potent anti-inflammatories. These antioxidants go straight to work, helping calm down that silent inflammation we talked about earlier. And that means less pressure on your prostate, better urine flow, and fewer bathroom visits. But that's not all. Pomegranate juice also helps regulate hormones by reducing DHT, the very hormone that fuels prostate growth. One study even showed that men who drank pomegranate juice daily had lower PSA levels, which is a key marker of prostate health. Let me tell you about Charles. He's 71 and had been dealing with prostate issues for years. When he started drinking a small glass of unsweetened pomegranate juice each day, just 5 to 6 ounces, he noticed fewer nighttime wake-ups, less urgency, and more peace of mind. He told me, "I didn't expect much, but within 2 weeks, I felt like I got a part of my life back." Now, you might be wondering, isn't pomegranate juice high in sugar? That's a great question. And yes, it can be if you're buying the sweetened versions. So here's the key. Always choose 100% pure, unsweetened pomegranate juice. A small amount is enough to give you the benefits without overloading your system with sugar. Here's the truth. This isn't a miracle fix. But if you drink it consistently and pair it with a few healthy habits, it can make a real difference. And in just a moment, we'll talk about exactly how much to drink and when, so you get the most benefit without overdoing it. How much pomegranate juice to drink and when. So now that we know why pomegranate juice is such a powerful ally for prostate health, let's talk about something just as important: how much you should drink and when to get the best results. Because here's the truth. Even the healthiest juice in the world needs the right dose to work its magic, especially when it comes to something as sensitive as your prostate. So, how much is enough? Most health experts recommend about 4 to 8 ounces a day. That's roughly half a glass to 1 small glass. And trust me, with this juice, a little goes a long way. It's not about chugging big bottles or flooding your system. In fact, too much at once could spike your blood sugar, especially if you're watching your glucose levels or managing diabetes. So here's a helpful tip. Start with 4 ounces a day. That's plenty to get the antioxidants flowing, calm inflammation, and start easing that prostate pressure. Now, when's the best time to drink it? For most people, morning or lunchtime works great. It gives your body time to process the juice during the day. Plus, it pairs well with food, which can help balance any sugar absorption. I knew a gentleman named Sam, 68 years old, active, but dealing with frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom. He started drinking just half a glass of unsweetened pomegranate juice with breakfast every morning. And after about 2 weeks, he said, "I'm waking up maybe once now, sometimes not at all. It's like night and day." The key with pomegranate juice isn't just drinking it, it's consistency. This is a long game, not a magic trick. And remember, always choose 100% pure, unsweetened juice. If the label says juice cocktail or has added sugars, skip it. Want an extra bonus? You can even water it down a bit or mix it with herbal tea if you're easing in slowly. It's still effective. Now, before you get too excited and pour yourself a tall glass, there's something we need to talk about. Sugar. Even natural juice has some, and many seniors are rightfully concerned about it. So coming up next, we'll talk about how to enjoy pomegranate juice without spiking your blood sugar. Worried about sugar? Here's how to drink it safely. Now, if you're thinking, pomegranate juice sounds great, but what about the sugar? You're asking the right question. And I hear this concern all the time, especially from seniors who are watching their blood sugar, managing diabetes, or just trying to avoid unnecessary spikes in energy and fatigue. Here's the truth. Yes, pomegranate juice does have natural sugar. But, and this is important, natural sugar from whole fruit isn't the same as added sugar in processed drinks. Let me explain. In pomegranate juice, the sugar comes packaged with antioxidants, those powerful compounds we talked about earlier that actually fight inflammation, protect your cells, and support hormone balance. So, unlike soda or juice cocktails, this sugar comes with benefits. But that doesn't mean you should drink a big glass and call it a day. It's still important to be mindful, especially if you have blood sugar concerns. So here are a few ways to enjoy it safely. First, stick to a small portion. Remember, 4 ounces is plenty. Second, pair it with food, like eggs or oats in the morning, to slow down absorption. And third, try this trick. Dilute it. Mix half juice, half water, or unsweetened herbal tea. You'll still get the flavor, but with even less sugar impact. I remember a lovely viewer named Grace, 66, living with pre-diabetes. She told me, I really wanted to try pomegranate juice, but was scared of the sugar. Once I started mixing it with hibiscus tea, not only did it taste great, I didn't get those energy crashes anymore. It's little tweaks like this that make all the difference. And here's one more mythbuster. Some folks think eating the whole fruit is always better. While that's true in many cases, pomegranate seeds can be hard to chew and digest for some seniors. So if juice feels easier, don't feel guilty about it. Just make it work for you. Now that we've covered how to drink it safely, there's one more piece of the puzzle. What you shouldn't eat while using this remedy. Some common foods could be undoing your progress, and that's what we're diving into next. What foods to avoid while using this juice remedy? Now, let's be honest. When you're doing something good for your body, like drinking pomegranate juice daily, you want it to count, right? But here's something a lot of folks overlook. There are certain foods that can quietly undo all that hard work, especially when it comes to prostate health. Let me explain it this way. Think of your body like a garden. You're watering it with the right juice, nurturing it with antioxidants. But if you're also pouring in harsh chemicals, like heavily processed foods, that garden struggles to grow. So what are the foods that get in the way? One big one is processed red meat, things like bacon, sausage, or deli meats. These are high in saturated fats and can spike inflammation in the body, the very thing we're trying to calm down with pomegranate juice. Another sneaky culprit? Full-fat dairy, like heavy cheese, cream, or whole milk. Some studies show that diets high in these foods may be linked to faster prostate growth. And let's not forget about excess alcohol. It's not just about the buzz. Alcohol stresses the liver, raises estrogen levels, and increases inflammation again, the opposite of what we want. Now, I'm not saying you have to cut these foods out completely, unless your doctor advises it. But being mindful and maybe swapping some of them out can really help the juice do its job better. I remember Bill, 74 years old, full of life, but frustrated. He told me, I've been drinking the juice, but I'm not seeing much difference. When we took a closer look, he was still having cheese and salami sandwiches for lunch every day. Once he switched to grilled chicken and added more veggies, the juice started working like a charm. He was sleeping better, going to the bathroom less, and even had more energy. So here's the takeaway. Support the juice by avoiding the foods that fight against it. Choose lean proteins like fish or beans, add more veggies, and go light on the processed stuff. Your prostate and your whole body will thank you for it. And speaking of your whole body, there's one more thing that can supercharge your prostate results. And it doesn't come in a bottle or on a plate. It's something as simple as gentle movement. Let's talk about that next. Bonus tip: gentle daily movement to boost results. Now, before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one simple but powerful bonus tip. It doesn't involve a pill or a superfood. In fact, it's something you can start today, even in your slippers. I'm talking about gentle, daily movement. Now, you might be thinking, at my age, I'm not exactly hitting the gym. And that's totally fine, you don't need to. Just 10 to 20 minutes of light activity each day can support your prostate, improve your circulation, and even reduce inflammation throughout the body. You see, when you move your body, whether it's walking, stretching, or doing light gardening, you're helping your lymphatic system flush out toxins. You're also keeping blood flowing smoothly through your pelvic area, which helps reduce pressure on the prostate. And here's something you might not know. Sedentary living, spending most of the day sitting, is linked to increased risk of prostate issues. It tightens muscles in your lower back and pelvis, which can make symptoms worse. One of our viewers, Richard, 70 years old and recovering from knee surgery, shared something really encouraging. He started doing short walks around his living room while holding a glass of pomegranate juice. He called it his juice stroll. Just 5 minutes at a time, a few times a day. And over the next few weeks, his energy came back. His legs felt looser. And yes, fewer nighttime bathroom trips. Here's the thing, movement doesn't have to be intense. Even standing up during commercial breaks, stretching your hips, or walking up and down the hallway a few times helps. So, if you're sipping your juice in the morning, great. Pair it with a slow 10-minute walk, or a few gentle stretches. That's a powerful combo for your prostate and your overall health. Because remember, you're not just treating a gland, you're caring for your whole self. Thanks for watching. Remember, avoiding sugary juices and adding that one special natural juice can really help your prostate health. Give it a try and share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you have questions or topics you want me to cover, just let me know below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a video. Take care. You're not alone on this journey. See you next time.